Oh, the show is getting ready to start, ladies and gentlemen. So get yourself some popcorn, come on in, because we told this individual, we told him, we warned him, we told him in every simple way you could think of. But he did not want to listen. He thought we were against him when we really wasn't against him. We really tried to give you some advice that could save you. Now, it's over. You know, it's all over. This is bad. And seeing how bad it is, buddy boy, this cost them a lot of money. So without further ado, let's get to it. Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Now, Gilbert Arenas and Gills Arena is going through a life-changing situation. If anybody's familiar with the platform, familiar with the show, you understand that Gills Arena is a platform that has been around for a while. He did an underdog fantasy show about sports, and they put it together and called it Gills Arena. And once they put it together, it was supposed to be one of the big time shows or whatever. They put it together, and they bought their way to their position. They signed people like Kenyon Martin to improve the show, and it worked to a certain degree. But we kept telling him things was going to have to change. He didn't want to hear it. And because he didn't want to hear it, this is what the show looks like today. It looks like if we go do our panel, this is what's left of this show. They show have become this. Now, why are they locked out of the studio? Why they can never go back in that studio again, which was the house that's owned by the boss, the acting boss, Gilbert Arenas. Why didn't that happen, people? Because these guys left this guy in charge. Now, when you see these people, when we start saying that 50 deal, he talking about, why would you give up 50% of your company? Because he didn't give up 50% of his company. But once he knew everybody was laughing at him, he didn't want to tell the fact that it was even worse. He gave up more than 50% of his company. He really gets like maybe less than 25%. He only gets 50-50 of the YouTube revenue. That's what he forgot to say. That's where the 50-50 came in at. But he screwed up. And once everybody was laughing, he wouldn't dare tell people the rest because the rest was more horrifying. He has zero control. Zero. They pay him a check to run their show on his property. So he's paid for housing, what they call hosting the shows. but he does not get 50% revenue of the shows. The guy said, well, we'll give you 50% of the revenue off of Gills Arena. How to kick Gilbert out of his own house. This is what we're saying. If underdog say you can't go in the basement no more, you can't go in the basement anymore. You can't have them. You can't even have your friends over and start recording. I know you think I'm hating on their show. I'm not. I'm just pointing out a stark reality. So for any other content creators out there, and you need to, if you get into these type of situations, these are situations that I told him was prevalent. That you're going to have to get out the house if you grow to a certain extent. We told him this like 2 years ago, almost probably at least a year ago, of what he needed to do. I'm like, look, at scale, y'all are going to have to do this. If you're adding new shows, no, I'm going to build full studios and I'm going to have 4 more shows. Ha ha, y'all ain't even built one. I control the internet and the podcast space. It goes through me. This man don't get it. We are not his enemy, nor his competition. We're not in the podcast space. So I'm not a podcast. I'm a show. I'm a production show. Does this look like a production show? You got that Popeye spinach green background. What happened to all that stuff you had in the office with the computer and all the background stuff? That looked a lot better and clearer than this. That looked like some 720 stuff. Everybody else looked like they got a better at-home camera than you. That looked awful. He's the only one with a bad camera. And I'm like, what happened to all that state-of-the-art stuff he used to have? How did the picture quality get so bad? Look at it. Even the background looks shitty. That looks awful. Now, I know y'all think, Sino, you lie. There's no way Gills Arena is out of his home. Well, don't take it from me. Take it from Gilbert Arenas himself.
If you watch Gills Arena, they ain't there no more. Like,
look, Marcellus Wiley, who's been on the show, who's been in that house. Listen to Marcellus Wiley and Gilbert Arenas.
They don't go to their own house. Like, Gilbert owns the house. I've been there. Obviously, Gilbert, the homie. And Skip Bayless is in the house more than Gilbert, but football's over, so now they not. But then Gilbert ain't even there with his boys no more. What's cracking?
The characters.
Look how shitty the background is. He's disappearing in the background. What has happened to the almighty Gilbert Arenas? I have no idea.
Smoking outside, they can see it. Even though those are across the street, they're not even close to it. But, you know, there's even though we're in California, but it's a complaint. And then you see Big Black, you know, coming in and out of houses.
Now we're talking about his neighbors who have been complaining, and I guess complained to the level that they removed or shut down the whole community element of Gills Arena.
Now, what is this video game? Gil's a gamer now? Jesus Christ.
So like Kenyon, no, don't come over here. Like Brandon, no, don't come over here. Rashad, no. Real spit. Listen to this.
Kind of scares you a little bit. You know what I mean? Even though they've never done anything, there's never been a problem or anything with a neighbor because they just come in and come out. But it started early because too many cars was blocking up stuff. So we had a deal where we can bring we'll shuttle everybody in. They park outside the community, shut them in, shut them out. So there's not people walking up and down the street, making everyone fake nervous. So that's how it started. Now, when the football show was added, because I think it was lackadaisical because all those guys was being transported here. You know, they don't live in California for the most part. So you have
man, everybody could go through this, right? You ever try to just throw a house party, have your friends over? First of all, I'm not the type, especially with the mortgage and the taxes and everybody that's paying. Like, I'm not the type to walk and go knock door to door. I have some neighbors that do that, and I actually respect it when they do it. They'll be like, oh, just want to let you know this weekend we're having a get together. There may be a lot of people walking up and down. There may be some cars parked, but we're going to respect your property, but we just wanted to put you on notice. I'm like, oh, thank you. I thought that was very mature, but don't expect me to do it. When I'm having a party, I'm having a party. And then I expect everyone who's coming to my party to respect my neighbors because you respect my house. I don't know who's right, but I ain't walking the whole block telling everybody chill. No.
Akib, right? He's from Dallas. You got, Kinsey coming in. You have, all these guys, they're flying in. So Gruden, so they need car services. So now you have these black trucks coming in, and then on the way out, they're parking, blocking up space, and nobody went out there to correct it. So the community guys, like, you know what, just they need to move and get them out of here. So. And I guess there was a meeting that they were supposed to attend, and they didn't attend the meeting.
No, you. You were supposed to attend the meeting. He said, I thought they were streamed in the studio. No, they're all filmed in Gil's basement. We told you. They were filmed in Gil's basement. Skip Bayless, a white man, came in your house and took over. Now he's caught up in your mess. He coming over there to do a show. Now he can't go into the studio. They were in your refrigerator. They was in your house more than you. And now you couldn't go in the house. But let's go over certain violations. When he said certain people were outside the house, and you call HOA, and then you got the lady on there, they be like, HOA, there's a Patreon version, and there's some audio that might allude to, I did it as a skit, as a funny thing. I didn't know that this would, I don't know if I had a hand in shutting down Gills Arena, but I might, by accident. I didn't try to do that. I was just having fun. When I called it HOA allegedly, and, I was telling them about the unsavory people around the house. I was just having fun, man. I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to turn into all this. But I can reenact what happened, It was like, I'm like, they were like HOA. I'm like, HOA, my name is Barbara, and I'm trying to walk down here, and Ira, get your glasses. I'm on the phone with HOA. This is Barbara. I stay in Beep, and I see the house out here that's like 2 hours on the corner of Beep. And there is this unsavory human being out here. He has a face like a shoe, and he's like smoking, I think, marijuana. I could smell it across the street. It is, oh my my God, it's disgusting. I think, oh my God, you guys need to get here fast. I'm just trying to get back to my home and make my matzo ball soup, and I can't because these unsavory people speeding in here like this is Le Mans. We need to have a meeting. We got to stop this behavior because we're all in fear. Hope you take care of this. Goodbye. I was just playing, man. I didn't know this was going to turn into all this, man. I didn't know they was going to run you out your place, man. I was just doing like a skit bit with them. I didn't know they were going to take this seriously. But when they said, oh, yeah, we've got complaints. So the complaints have been rolling in. And HOA is a private association, but not private to me. Let's go through your list of complaints. Now, according to HOA bylaws and guidelines here, let's see here, circle it. Alrighty. The complaint in 2022 okay. You have a complaint for actually not taking care of your grass, which is HOA's job, but I guess you did damage to the grass. You have a noise complaint, one noise complaint from cars exceeding speed limits coming down, plus you were charged $1,400 for each car that was they considered not over there and blocking the 3-car limit that they give you per guest. So, yes, this notification that Gil is talking about is a meeting that took place in 2026 in January. Then there was one in 2025. Then you have an ordinance here from seasonal. You did not take down your seasonal. You cannot, you left Halloween, you left your Halloween stuff up. You got to take that stuff down. It's seasonal. I don't know what else to tell you, but keeping that up is not a good thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, they know that. Yes, garbage cans cannot be out past 6 p.m. Gil. 6 p.m. You gotta put your garbage cans back in the house. Cars don't want to drive through and hit cars. Guys were exceeding the speed limit over there. People did not feel safe. And this behavior was going on in Gills Arena. Gil was sent, you can contest every single one of these violations. He chose to do the latter each and every time. He never went to a meeting at HOA, and he's the owner of the property.
Oh, they're like, well, you know, if it's not serious enough for them to attend, then let's get them out.
You got to go to that meeting. I know it's the mandatory time wasting to hear all these old people who've been there for 38 years talking about, yeah, he used to be a good community. And now, and then right when they talking all slow and old, you'd be like, what has happened, ma'am? Any incidents, police, anything? Anybody get incarcerated? Citations, anything?
No, not exactly, but
my grandkids walk up and down these streets, and they just don't feel the same walking now. Shut your old ass up.
Right, so I mean, it was it was too big. Like, you're talking about 2 shows, especially on that Tuesday. That Tuesday, you got everyone there at the same time. That's a lot of traffic. But for the most part, they didn't care because there was never no noise complaint or any of that stuff. But
that happened to me before. The noise complaint. Remember, I'm throwing these parties in San Diego when I was a Charger, and then all of a sudden you're like, why are the police at my house? And then the police is like, hey, how you doing, Marcellus? Oh, just letting you know we got some complaints. And I was like, okay. I was like, are they like real complaints? Like, do I got to do anything? Or is just some people just don't like our music? Too many people here? What? Like, this is 7 p.m. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't play my music in my house. I play my music as loud when they ain't here, these thousands of people. I play my music loud too. What are you doing?
This is why I don't like HOA and I don't use HOA. Do you know HOA has a right to come in your house? They have a key. If they have to know your entering code to come into the house so that they can inspect and do it. Yeah, right away, I don't want anything to do with HOA. I don't need you to do my grass. I don't need you to take care of nothing for me. You ain't paying any taxes. Bye.
It's crazy. And then sometimes you be like, man, I ain't trying to take it racial. But at the same time, you're like, yo. And we're going to do that story where we're talking about what's happening with Jaylen Brown in the city of Beverly Hills. That did seem like it got racial, right?
So, like, I've already got the okay. Like, if I keep it to like 6 or 7, right? They're fine with it. So, but Gills Arena and Gridiron is too big. So, we gotta get a studio for that. And then my own little personal stuff would be, for the house.
Damn.
Wow. You see the look on his face, man? That's sadness. That's sad. I'm not here rooting for his downfall. I'm not here celebrating to dance on the man's grave. I'm just here to say, damn, dude, you got to learn. At a certain point, you got to grow up. You got to learn. Dude is pushing 50 and he still haven't learned. It's sad because all the people are wondering why the hell are y'all doing Zoom podcasts? Welcome to the Zoom podcast. And no, he was an idiot there too. He was just a great individual player, but not a great overall player. But he was better than LeBron, I'll tell you that. He wasn't a better team player than LeBron, but he was a better individual player. They kicked him out of his home basement. Yeah, and that's the part that's hard for people to swallow, is that, you get involved in these situations and people just don't understand where to place you. And it become a growing problem in most communities, and once you start to see it, you start to feel bad for the people involved, because now Skip Bayless is caught into this. You see, everybody else is looking at it like, oh my God, what is this? But now it's become a growing problem to spread it to Skip. Now, I'm not losing any sleep of what happened to Skip Bayless. But now all the rest of the guys, including Skip, They're like this now. This is what the show is looking like. They got to all stream out of their homes. And this is how the show got to go. It's Underdog Fantasy presents Zoom shows. I know, he didn't want to listen to us. He did not want to listen. Kwame Brown pleaded to this man and said, why wouldn't you take your own money, Gil, and build your own studio so that you can have the control? No. He needed the infrastructure. So he said he gave up 50% of the business, and people thought that was insane. It's like, why would you give up your business? I don't even understand. Why would you do that? You needed the infrastructure. Why? Like even Zoe even said it takes like 5 guys to really run this. So the whole aspect of what's really going on is the fact that you have all of these people in there, and Gil just doesn't understand what's going on here because it's not his wheelhouse. And rather than say, I don't understand what's going on, I need somebody around here to help me. And when people gave him sound advice, he could have really used that and said, okay. But because it was coming from me and Kwame Brown, he just gonna hate it anyway. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. We say, hey, Gil, you know, we want to see you do this and do well and, you know, X, Y, and Z. And hey, you need to do this. You need to get out. And I told him the main reason why. I said, Gil, listen, here's your problem. You're going to have guests on your show. Guests are not going to want to come into your basement. Steph Curry's not going to want to come into your basement. Kevin Durant's not going to come to your house to go in your basement. Are you going to fly Kevin Durant in so he can come on your show? He's gonna, if you fly him in, he's going to expect to be put in a hotel so he can come out and do your show. Well, when you're hiring junkies to be outside your house smoking weed in front of the damn house, walking up and down the streets like they live there and they don't, looking like they casing the damn place. You know, the face look like a shoe. You know, you got this shoe face bastard walking up and down the streets, junkie, smoking weed, looking like he don't belong. You know, that's tending, your neighbors are pretty much going to notice. They're going to notice who don't belong where. Wasn't he just bragging about he got these awards for podcasts? And Ryan Clark said that he won. I don't know. You won, Gil. I mean, I guess he did win. He won the fact he can't go in his own basement. You won.
Wow.
You know, look, listen, the build something, it was good to start in the studio, but I mean in the house. But you know, at the end of the day, the way we did our content, we were too big for the house already. Right? You're talking about playing basketball, doing all that. Like we need one of those, we needed one of those Robin big warehouses. But we were so content with, you know, the space because everybody lived right here. We just kept riding until the wheels fell off.
What's interesting is because a lot of times you get into a situation and a snowball effect, you don't even see the problems coming. And when they're coming, especially if they're not explicit, what problems? Like inconvenience is not the same as a problem, right? No one got arrested. No one got in trouble. None of this. You know, it's just a lot of dust getting kicked up. But hey, I could breathe in LA. I could breathe through the smog. I could breathe through the fog. So I think that a lot of times you don't anticipate these issues. And then when they are coming while you're having success, you're like, what issues? Like, talk to me.
Whoa. That's my job. What's my job? Don't blame me. No. Don't blame me. And low key, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I kind of think when the feds came in here at fucking 6 a.m, bringing all that goddamn noise to these people, I think that kind of like, hey, hey, black over there, hey, what you got going on over there? You got the police coming in and out of the building, right? So I think that kind of like, hey, what y'all doing over there? Y'all doing anything illegal? I think one of those. I low key. I did have this random, hey, you know, we're looking to buy a house in the neighborhood. If yours is for sale, can we come on and check it out? And I'm sitting here like, yeah, you can come on in, man. It's regular. It's regular. There's nothing going on up in here, so you can go and snooze in and out. Tell the rest of them. We good over here. This all Chauncey's fault. I'll just say no Chauncey's fault. Hey, man, that man, leave that man alone over there, man.
All right, boy.
Man, I mean, it's only so much you could do. You know, the Gills Arena is what we call 50% in the PO unit. You know, it's typical of what we expected. You know, and when you start seeing, you know, 50% in the PO unit go through what they're going through, you know, it's like, man, what are we doing here? We're going to keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. This is what happens when you sit back and expect checks. You expect a check. Gil's a liar, man. He's a liar. So when someone's a liar, you know, this is what they do. Mm-mm-mm. 50%, gave up 50% of the company, so he claims, which is more, and the PO unit. Beg for more. New album coming soon. So when you see these type of things in development, you start to point out that there's tendencies. When people have a company such as this standard, you don't hire substandard people. You know, you don't hire junkies to do work for you. You hire professional people to get the job done. But what he's thinking is less costly. So what, this guy got to have it? You know, so what, this guy's, you know, sticky fingers. So what? Right? What can we do here? How can we change this narrative? That's what the people are going to want to know. How are we going to change the narrative to around to something that we approve of? This man was arrested just a few months ago for federal illegal gaming charges. And you don't think that was going to, present itself as a problem? Did you not think that would be a problem at any point? KB even chimed in.
This is no laughing matter, so I'll try not to joke. I just kind of want this to be a teachable moment. Me and Sino tried to tell him. Don't want to listen to ego. But for those of you who are ready to go, let's get it. Good morning, good morning. Let's get it. I'm off camera. Let me light this thing up. Oh, Sparky. Morning, morning, morning. We tried to tell him. Good morning, Ms. D. Chan, Sasha, Sassy, 81, James. His channel's still going to be better than this lame channel. Thank you for the view, though. Come watch us both. I appreciate that. You just came to watch us both, so that's what we want more of. Appreciate appreciate you, though. Oh, he's still mad. Oh, man. And you a subscriber. Yes, man. Shout out to Introverted Reactions. Y'all go sub up. This is a beautiful subscriber of mine. Right now, he's upset. But don't worry about love over here. He says, I'm a pedal defender, yet he subscribed to me. That's amazing. Student is subscribed. And there's a lot of discrepancies in this story. And I feel bad for him because I knew this was going to happen. It always happens. But unfortunately, you got guys like Kenyon, Swaggy P, and the rest of the guys that's there, McCants, Jennings. It's sad because you got all those brothers that got a job on the line. So that's why it's not funny. And that's why we wasn't joking when we told him, hey, you need to go get your own space. And he tells lies to y'all, and y'all laugh and think that shit cute. And it's cool to laugh and sway the people thinking everything a joke. But see, this is real life, though. All that joking and playing, in real life, you got to get your ass out. See, y'all fell for the bouffale. Y'all fell for all the jokes and all the games that he was saying. But this is what we talking about in the power of ownership and knowing that you can't have no commercial style business in a residential area. That is dumb. And then the guy said he knew it from early on. So early on, like 2 years ago, you knew your HOA had an issue, and not one time did you rectify the issue? Not one time have you rectified the issue. You didn't go try to get a space a year ago? We told him.
Yep, we did.
First of all, nobody's coming way out there to your house to book interviews.
Told him.
That's number one. To get consistent guests out there, way out there, not happening. That's one. Number two, we already knew this was going to happen. HOA, now you can go from one show to 2 shows out of your house in a residential neighborhood with an HOA. And I know y'all might think, oh, the HOA is the problem. No, you signed the contract. When Gilbert Arenas, this is why it's his fault. When you move to a place with a HOA, you know your house is not your house. This is the reason why I do not live in a place with an HOA now. I used to live, let's just take for instance, and first of all, I don't believe that it was an HOA issue. So that's number one, because I lived in Windermere. And for you to get away with having a studio in your basement for that long, for like 2 years, with these cars coming for that long, in Windermere, this wouldn't have happened for one day. You can't have more than 2 cars parked in your driveway. That's period. The first day I would have tried to have a show in my house in Windermere, the HOA would have came and said, get all these motherfuckers up out of here. And when you shot, then you couldn't even get them all through the gate. Now, they might have could have parked outside the gate and I could have shuttled them through like Gil was doing. But once they see a van coming through your house, it don't take long. They're going to ask right away, what are you doing over here? You can't even cut your grass in Windermere. When I stayed in Windermere, I brought a brand new lawnmower. Them people said, what are you doing? They was like, let me give you the HOA handbook again because you signed this, and I think you should read all of this because we can go as far and take possession of this house if you don't abide by these rules. I said, but what the hell? I said, oh, Lord. That's when I really understood how dangerous a homeowners association is. It's a beautiful thing when everybody is going good and everybody's in agreement. But it can be an ugly, ugly thing if you got somebody that you don't get along with that's a part of the HOA. We couldn't water our grass. You couldn't put no fertilizer on your grass. I couldn't park more than 2 cars in the driveway at a time. I remember I bought this other car and I was cleaning it off, but because I was cleaning it and one of the other cars wasn't in the garage, they had security come around that motherfucker tell me, hey, you need to back one of them other cars in the garage because you got 2 cars in the drive. I said, damn, I'm just cleaning this car and it's about to go. They said, no, you heard what we said. Put that other car in the goddamn driveway. And I had to say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is exactly why I don't want no homeowners association. Your house is not your house. So being that he signed the contract for the homeowners association, he already knows this. Anybody who signed, and the nicer the neighborhood, the more affluent the neighborhood, the more powerful the homeowners association. You got people on that damn association that's retired. They ain't got nothing to do but to fuck your life up.
That's facts.
Your garage door have to be down by sundown, no loud music. I'm telling you. And you better abide by those rules or you start getting fines.
Yeah.
And then if you don't start paying those fines, you can be held in contempt of HOA. You can be held in, they can do all sorts of things to you.
Yep. And that's what was happening with Gil. They would complain and then he would get it done. Like he'll complain, he'll be mad about it, but then he'll go and do it. But it's like dealing with a child. You know, he needs somebody to say, hey, you know, take that down, throw that out. Go do this. He'll do it if you tell him. Lights out at 10. Yeah, pretty much. Like you can't have your outside like lights and your door open. Like you can't be partying in some neighborhoods past 10 o'clock. It's like that out here. In some of these communities. Like you can't go through, and a lot of them are gated communities. When you go through these gated communities, that's a standard. That's not just blah, blah, blah. That's a standard. They don't play any games. So when you see all this in development, it would like throw you back. It'll take you back. You'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And they can come in and take the house. Like Gil said, the guy had to come into the house. But what he didn't say is it was HOA. And they can come in and take Gil house. They really want him out of there. They don't want him over there. Because why would you want all this traffic coming near your neighborhood if you're HOA?
That understands that they have an HOA at their house and understand that this is what me and Sino was trying to tell them. Boy, you live in California. You live in a nice neighborhood. What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you could do this. You could do that. Y'all just don't know. Y'all some haters. We some haters? Okay, we some haters. Well, it looked like we some haters was right. Now, here's a guy who reacted to it, and he is going to pretty much tell the story. He's the guy that was there. He pretty much going to tell the story. I want y'all to hear it. Here it go. No accountability, though, on Gil's part. It's not his fault. It's the grown man that got $1 million business that he gave 50% of it up. And if it was his business, then why can't he go downstairs in the basement right now and just go live? He got all this studio while it's off season. He's still 50% owner. That means he should be able to do what he wants. It seemed like he locked out of his own basement because there's no way I got a studio like that in my basement. Just because Underdog quit, it's my turn. I got my own crew coming down there, and we gonna run. Me and my boys gonna keep running it. All he has to do is pay for the crew to run the show. It's still his studio, right? He owns 50% of it. So I'm bringing my crew in, and we ain't never stopping working. We still got stuff to talk about. He's still talking now. So I'm going in the basement if it's his studio. Look here, I got goddamn $100 an hour for all the crew that stay behind. Or you want to make $100 an hour. We got 5-6 hours, $200 an hour, 5-6 hours. We're gonna be shooting. Come on with it. I don't understand. To me, it got to be Underdog basement. All this cap ass talking. See, everybody talk good. It sound good, but if that on 50%, why not? He said, I'm after that. I would probably do that millions of this business. There we go. Am I back? Am I back? I should be back. Audio in and out. I should be back now, though. Give me a one. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm outside attached to the hotel Wi-Fi. Maybe it just slipped on me just then. But yeah, man, but you got to know that if you're a part of this HOA, you got to know that this is what you're dealing with. And you got to be transparent with everybody around. It's millions of dollars at stake. Your money, other people's money. You got to make sure this is smooth. So while he's online hiring these guys to bother other people, he should have been handling this stuff. So I don't believe that this is true because Me living in Windermere, you wouldn't have been able to get away with something like this for this long with the HOA. And I'm comparing that neighborhood to a neighborhood as nice as Windermere, and it's about on the same level. And that HOA don't play that shit. You're not going to get away with 2 years of having anything go on in the community that they are a part of. Hell to the no. It's not happening. So I just challenge that the HOA shut it down. He should have a letter or something from the HOA. He should be able to post this to prove it. There should have been letters. There should have been fines. They don't just strike you like that. That ain't. And how for this long? You telling me a HOA don't complain for 2 years? That's not how a HOA works. He said that they knew about this at the beginning. A HOA ain't gonna keep begging you to stop doing something. You know why? Because you signed the contract. You said the sound is in the matrix. All right, can y'all hear me now? Y'all should be able to hear me now. All right, I'm back. I'm on my phone now because for whatever reason, I'm gonna leave on this side. Let me leave from the studio on this one. Hold on, y'all.
And now, here's where things go off the rails. Sorry about that delay. There's a lot of stuff going on around here. Oh, yeah. When you start telling the truth, you know, a lot of people going to come out with dismay and disdain. You know, you got to fan the flames. So take you back to the beginning of certain things to let you know that Gil really didn't know what was going on. Even
why do you think that? Just see your explanation.
Because it's a transference. It's a transference over into the next cycle. I know what's going on. It's transferring to another network. So now that it's transferring to another network, they go ahead and they clean out everything else, and everything goes down, and the tracking system is thrown off. So then it shoots all the way up in February to 4.5 million. Your subscriptions go from -1,000 up to 8,000. And I told you we could help your show. Me and Kwame could if you want to apologize. What we're showing you.
The show has been active for
what we're showing you. What we're showing you, sir, is the fact that your show is not what you think it is. And I told you we could help your show. Me and Kwame could if you want to apologize.
How about this? Let's try this. All right. I'm gonna go back to my page before it got inactive.
Okay.
620. And then when I was on Fubo for 2 years, I didn't need my YouTube anymore. So I wasn't using my YouTube anymore, and I was just fucking around. And when Kwame was saying, "Oh, he sold it," I started putting videos on it. So I can tell you what video I put. The Phil Hanley video, just to show you that I still own the page. So if you go through the archives, you will see all the activity.
That could be a reason why it's a D right now. So, but my thing is, when you have 16 million views and you have 48,000 subscribers, that is 0.3. 0.3. So when you have 0.3 on your page, like that's 0.3% of subscribers. That gives the impression that there is fake traffic. That traffic isn't real.
Listen, is this your claim that my?
I mean, it's not my claim. I'm going off what you gave me.
My active page, like compared to before, these are bad numbers. If I'm doing 629,000 on my page, and now I'm doing 100, I'm getting back active. This was a very active page.
Okay. So, well, let's talk about
that's why they bought the page, because they looked at the numbers before, and that's why they wanted to buy the page so they can start up this show.
Okay, so now they started up the show. Do you think they're happy with where the show is right now?
Actually, they are happy with where the show is.
They're happy with it. So they're talking about renewing the deal?
My 2-year deal? Yes.
Okay. So
I have a 2-year deal, so we're not talking about renewing nothing, but they are happy.
Yeah, okay, all right. Because I didn't think they were happy with the number of people that were, signing up with Underdog Fantasy, because that's part of your deal. Is it not?
Well, that they signed up for
using your code.
Yeah, I think my motherfucking money.
I mean, that's in your contract.
No, I get $1. I get $1 for everyone who signs up for them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you get $1.
Okay, so I get $1 for everyone who subs up to the channel, and $1 for whoever signs up to
the app. So, yeah. but that generates, them signing up to the app generates your revenue for when you gotta come back to the table to do the show. That determines how much money they're going to put.
No, I can't tell you how many people signed up to the app.
Okay, but you do understand that I am correct with that, right?
No, I don't know what you're correct. I don't know what you're insinuating.
Okay, what I'm insinuating is that the number of signups that use your app, that they use that app to go to Underdog Fantasy, that's going to determine how much money Underdog Fantasy is going to put back into Gills Arena. You understand that?
Dude, it's fucking 8 weeks. This is 8 weeks so far.
I'm just saying. Is that not the process?
It is 8 weeks. They still have more money to put into the project. It's only 8 weeks. And you're trying to make it seem like this is a failure. Like, let's just stop. It's 8 weeks, right? It's
okay,
8
so
weeks.
for 8 weeks.
We had 5,700 people today. That's what they said. These motherfuckers is excited, okay?
Okay.
And they're motherfucking Gilbert Arenas fans.
They're who Gilbert Arenas fans? They are?
Yeah, Underdog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So me getting fired, that's not going to happen. It's just not.
Well, you don't need to be fired. You just need to be under control, man. You just need to be under control. That's all.
Who's going to control me?
Right. And
the studios.
Don't you feel you should be apologizing to Kwame?
Fuck him. No.
He the one created you.
I ain't
He's the reason why they're interested in you.
I have a YouTube plaque before this nigga even knew what fucking YouTube was. I didn't know what that shit was. That's my plaque.
Dude, they give those to anybody, dude. When you kiss somebody's ass,
anyone who gets 100,000. Like before. So I mean, just so we can read it. Just so we can read what we can read it, right? This is a silver plaque. This is silver. I lost a Mark Wahlberg. This is a Telly Award for my show. A Telly Award.
Okay.
Another Telly Award for my show. No Chill Production. I had them take off Fubo TV.
Okay. So Fubo TV paid for you to get some awards. All right. So thank you for letting us know how that works. We know how award shows go.
Oh, yeah. So I don't need to apologize. Hey, listen, if he's that great, tell his ass to get his own fucking awards. How about that?
Okay. But my thing is, don't you think you need him to help you with this show because the actual content is terrible?
Listen. Listen. I have my own audience, as you can see.
Yes, you do. But I mean, do you watch your show after you film it? Do you go back and like watch the episode? No. I know you don't. That's what I said. So you don't see the errors and you don't see the flaws. But this has your name. I guarantee
you this: the first flaws you've seen before are not there no more.
Yes, they are. I'll see them all day. Yeah, they are.
All right, let me correct you on something.
I'll point one out to you right now. The fonts. Your fonts. You spend all this money and you have a great set. The set is amazing. That is an amazing set. The color, the background, everything they've done there is flawless. Well, here's the problem. You have cheap fonts. I'm like, who is putting up these little questionnaires and stuff? It is cheaply done. It lowers the production value. If I'm going to spend all this money on a set like this, I'm not going to let somebody make my work look terrible when we get to this point. If I'm going to spend money on it, like you said on my camera phone,
I'll tell them that their custom fonts are cheap.
I mean, you should know that. It's your show. Your name is on it. Their fonts is terrible.
I'll tell them that.
And that's just one of the.
I'll tell them that their custom fonts is terrible.
Yeah. Go look at other people's shows. Go look at other people's shows and look how their fonts is. Look how the intros are. The intro's terrible. It's so much wrong with this show.
And that's the best part about it, sir. It's fucking 8 weeks.
I know, but
like I think if we watch ESPN when it first started, or any show when it first started, and we check out their first weeks compared to now, I guarantee you it's fucking different. That's the point of a show, that you get to improve it every single day. They're working on that every single day. They're working on angles every single day. So what we're talking about here, let me know 6-7 months from now if we still have the same problem.
Okay, but you do understand that I am correct.
In what part? No, you're saying the show is failing. You're incorrect.
The show
to you. Really, that's your opinion.
The show is failing in my opinion. In my opinion, and everything I've shown, it shows that these numbers is not really, but okay, all right. In my opinion, it's failing. But I pointed to you that there's some issues there. That's the reason that the content isn't what it's doing, is what it should be doing.
Okay.
I mean, it's really a fixable situation, but you don't seem to have the concern about fixing the situation.
I don't.
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't see it. The fact that you keep saying it's 8 weeks, it's 8 weeks. That's like somebody saying, "Hey, it's only week 1. We'll get it together." Then you're 15 and 35 and 42.
That's their job.
We'll get it together.
That's their job, to get it together.
It's their job. Don't you understand the show and the format?
Yeah, I know the format.
I mean,
and the show.
Okay. All right, let's take this for instance. Do you think it's wise to have the person that's doing the stats sitting there right next to you with a laptop in his hand?
Yeah.
Reading the stats to you right there from the laptop?
Yeah, he's working on being a producer.
Right, exactly. He needs to be a producer, and he needs to be off the screen, and he needs to be telling you these stats off the screen. So that's how someone's cutting him off. Right. If somebody's supposed to give you the stats, you gotta have it in your ear. You don't need a laptop on your lap doing that.
He's correct.
And then it looks like you're just Googling it as you go, like you're winging it.
He's changing the topic. So he's an
Your show is not good, dog. I'm just saying, it's not just my opinion because I don't want to dislike you. I'm actually viewing it as a real show and a program. It's not good.
Why do you think we started on YouTube, sir? To get rid of like my whole production team. Like I got Baron, who was Kobe's head producer. Once Kobe died, he needed to. Yes. That's my producer. That's in studio. That's talking in the ear. Most of the ESPN guys that's who's there. So that's why it looks like a real studio. We're not worrying about really what you're saying. Right? They've never done YouTube before, so they're trying to figure out YouTube. Right?
I know, and that's why they should have talked to Kwame or myself. We would have came in. We would have.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to a nigga who uses his phone. Yeah.
Exactly.
Here, I I'll help you out on sports. I seen your last take. I was gonna go live to correct you, but I'll just correct you now on your Isaiah Thomas thing.
Okay.
Right, with the anger.
Mhm.
The reason he was angry is because they used the picture from his sexual harassment case. That was the problem. It was that picture. It was the picture that from his Knicks sexual harassment. That was one of the pictures that they used, and that's what pissed him off. So just FYI.
Okay, that's an added bonus, but the picture is actually a picture of him coaching a team.
It was another picture that pissed him off. Oh,
I mean, it was the fact that he was not smiling, but the actual photo is from him actually coaching on the sideline. So I know the photo, but yeah, they did use that photo in a negative light on him before, so that's why it did probably trigger something in him. So thank you for the nugget.
Listen, I had fun. Listen, I gotta go right now. Gotta get a massage. But listen. I'm pretty sure you're doing a good job at it. I'll let them know Kwame wants to bring his radio style and help us.
Yeah. If you're willing to apologize and say, hey, man, Kwame, man, I need you guys, man. And yeah, we'll send you an invoice and we can come in there and fix your program for you.
Got it.
Yeah, we'll make it not suck, man. We'll help you out.
All right.
We told him, we'll send you an invoice. We'll come clean it up. We'll make it not suck. Why the hell would I ever watch a Gilbert Arenas gaming stream? I must be, you think there's 24 hours in a day. They never got off YouTube. Because he is Dracula. And this is what's happening to the giants of the game, right? It's looking bad out there. I mean, you got Skippy, you got Gilly, you got Stephen A's show falling off, and nobody cares about what Whitlock does. So this is what it's turned into. So KB dropped the link earlier today so that we can get into this. But he has told Gil plenty of times, like, boy, what are you doing? He said, I was wondering why all these Gills Arena people were recording from their own homes while doing the show. Hey, they out there like Jim Jones kicking the door, man.
I'm gonna spend $2 million and write that bitch off for my new office space. I'm just saying. Something ain't right. But he passing the buck to underdog. They passing the buck to the driver. You guys control the driver. You guys control everything. The assistant that he hired should not have been his cousin, because the assistant would have known that, hey, you can't have this presence in the neighborhood. We already know that neighbors have been complaining since the beginning. So as an assistant, I'm there during the hours that the show is going. So I come out as the assistant. Hey, pull that car off of the street and into the yard, because I'm going to designate a space for the assistant or for the driver whoever's bringing somebody at the house, I'm going to designate a parking spot to keep that truck off of the street. Even if we got to take the van and park it by the pool house, we're going to, and walk back up the hill, we're going to have a spot for the car, the driver, to park in the yard. Now, I have the driver come inside and sit in the designated area. I let them know if you smoke, you can smoke right here. If you want some water, the bathroom's over here. Please keep it down on the set. That's it. The drivers should have been able to lounge in the pool house or something. He got the drivers waiting in the car for 2-3 hours, bored as hell. What you think they're going to do? You got drivers out there smoking cigars, blunts, calling their baby mamas, getting in arguments in the goddamn driveway. These are regular, real people. You got them sitting out there for 3-4 hours because you want to treat them like peasants. You running a real business. At a real business, they have a lounge, an office space for people to go sit. I can go to Tires Kingdom, something that ain't even got a setup like you got, and they got a sitting area. So you should have had some type of sitting area, waiting area for these drivers, understanding that some people want to smoke. And you got to pay the cost to be the boss. You the one wanted to grow this business in your house, but you don't want to spend a damn dollar. You had Underdog building, and you don't want to spend a dollar. Crazy, B.
Parking, blocking up space, and nobody went out there to correct it. So the community.
Parking, blocking up space, and nobody went out there to correct it. Who was supposed to go correct the behavior, Gil? He wanted Kenyon to go do it. I bet Gil was like, damn, Kenyon just left. Fuck, the driver is blocking up the space. Damn it, Kenyon ain't here today, and the driver's out there smoking weed. What should I do? Everybody like, Gil, go tell him to move and put the damn blunt out. No. Where's Kenyon? Shit, Swaggy's even boxing now. Where's Swaggy? Motherfucker, non-confrontational as hell.
Guys, like, you know what, just they need to move, get them out of here. So, you know, and I guess there was a meeting that they were supposed to attend, and they didn't attend the meeting. You hear that? They're like, we're not here.
You heard that, Sino? He said there's a meeting that they were supposed to attend, and I guess they didn't attend it. Now, good morning to you, brother.
Good morning.
And I see you are in your beautiful home. Now, is it a part of an HOA, if you mind me asking?
No.
But if it were to be a part of an HOA, and you sign an HOA contract, who would they require to go to the HOA meeting?
The community.
Would it be you or they?
It'll be pretty much you.
Right. Because I lived in the HOA in Windermere, and I signed the contract, so they expect me to show up to the meetings. And if I don't, then my vote don't get counted.
That's facts.
So who was he speaking of when he said they were supposed to go to the HOA meeting, and I guess they didn't show up? So he don't expect himself to show up to a HOA meeting?
Yeah, it was him. Here's the thing. Let me get this water right quick. Hold on one second.
If we don't talk about it's nothing wrong with quality. Ain't nothing wrong with
the thing about Gil is all of these problems was happening in the beginning. I happen to know a lot about it. You know, somebody might have called the HOA and kind of gave me a heads up. You know, you just gotta wait to the Patreon and see the video. But somebody might have gave them some notice that there was a junkie sitting out in front of the house smoking. and he wasn't smoking cigarettes.
So he was the driver because the first thing he said was, "They gonna blame me, y'all," and you saying it was him.
Well, they said it was a guy who got a face like a shoe, a hairy shoe, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's the junkie." It was like this lady. It's a guy out there. He looks like he doesn't belong here. He's smoking and he's got a face like a shoe, a hairy shoe. I'm like, "Oh, that's the junkie." So I don't know who else Gil got hanging around looking like that, but yep, smoking out in front of the house.
That's dumb though. And see, this is why you don't hire your cousin as your assistant, because a real assistant, they would know how to understand that this is not the place for that. They would have said, look, maybe take that up the street, or maybe come inside in the garage or whatever. Gil is not even supposed to know about those type of problems if he has an assistant that he's paying. That's what the assistant is supposed to make sure they do.
Mm-hmm. His thing is Gil, let me go over your violations. Even though it's a private business, the HOA, I know about a little bit what's going on over there. In 2022, Gil, you had a citation by HOA about your grass. You was neglecting the grass, and the neighbors had to tell you about it and say, "Hey, get your grass going." Gil, you're leaving your garbage cans out too long. They've had meetings about you leaving your garbage cans out too long. You've had so many complaints.
Hold on. See, no, wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute here. Wait a minute. You making $10 million a year, and this is unrelated to the show. This is just housely duties that's getting you fined. And you got a son at that house?
This man had $1,400 fines for having too many cars out. They were going to charge him per car.
Wow. And he had all this going on and still never thought to get a studio.
He wasn't showing up. The letters came in there. He neglected it. He went off last time.
Wait. See, no. He said they didn't show up. His black ass was supposed to show up.
Yeah, it's his house.
Oh, yeah, his son is in college now. But his son was there before. But I'm just giving an example. You got a son, you got your damn self. Shit, anything. You got that junkie. Shit. He flew a guy to California with no job. Motherfucker, this is your job.
That's
you
true.
Going to the airport, you pulling the trash in, you doing everything to live out here in this California weather. That's crazy. So he got a fine in 2022. I'm gonna let you get it all out. Fine in 2022, and what else?
Then I think it didn't say a date, but and he left the garbage cans out. They got about a certain time. You gotta take the garbage cans out. He's leaving the garbage cans out too long. The trash cans. It's a certain time limit for you to have the trash cans out. You got to move them. And then he was being charged $1,400 per car because they're blocking people from getting in. And a couple of neighbors have been complaining not about like loud noise, but just the actual traffic flow. Like there's a couple that walk around the neighborhood that live there, and it's just all these traffic coming in all the time. And a lot of these people are
that's
private.
crazy.
And these people are rich. Like, unfortunately, Gil has like one of the worst houses in the block. Like Dr. Dre used to live there. That's Dr. Dre old house in 1992 when he was like at death row or something.
That explains why Gil bought it. Italian job.
Yep. And the house is like in poor condition.
Poor condition. It looked beautiful on the pictures that he posted up.
The house needs painting on the outside. The basketball court needs to be redone. So I don't know if he got it done. He probably got it done since the last time I saw it, but it's a lot of repairs need to be done to it. So it's a mess.
We're talking about the same house because he showed a weight room that looked amazing.
It was the one with all the O's on it.
Is the one with that nice ass weight room in it?
That might not. I have to go back and see. I haven't seen it in a while.
Because I think that's the same one. Because he walked through the weight room and then he walked into the actual movie room. Actual arena. That basement is huge. So I think that's the house.
Okay. Yeah, Underdog probably fixed up the basement. But the rest of the house, like, they took the couch from upstairs in the living room. It was like a cheap IKEA, like, gray couch. They took the couch from upstairs and brought it down. And they started the podcast show with that couch. The living room couch.
Get the fuck out of here, Cito.
No. Oh, he knows it's true.
Man, I ain't believing that, man. Ain't
That's
no way.
Exactly what happened. That was his living room couch.
He took his living room couch and started a podcast instead of buying a couch.
Absolutely. It was sitting in the living room, the gray couch, and they brought it all the way downstairs.
And that would explain why he won't go just buy a studio. Because that don't make no sense. Cameron and Mace, they showed once they leased the space, they got their big deal. So if all he got is parking issues and all this stuff, I would have figured it out. I'd have said, nigga, y'all park at the Starbucks, go buy a coffee, and then I'd have goddamn grab all y'all up in the minivan at the Starbucks or something. But
yeah,
when
then
we
he
started
tried
to
to
make
dump
money,
on Cam and Mace. That's what got me. I'm
right.
like, you trying to dump on Cam and Mace, and he was, oh yeah, but they ain't got all this, and I'm gonna got 4 studios. I'm gonna have this show, that show, and that show. That's the couch that was in his living room. That was his living room couch, and he brought downstairs to make his studio. No, not all HOAs. They will empty the trash. All HOAs don't take the trash out, sir. I don't know where you get that from. They make sure the grass is kept, but you'll get fined if you like do damage to the grass. Like if you put some on the grass and it damages it, you have to pay for that. So yeah, I don't know where you're coming from, sir, but not all HOAs take your trash out. Depends on how your house is designed. But yes, there's a certain limit where garbage cans can't be left outside. If you have like a party and you have excessive amount of garbage, you can't put your garbage cans out like on a day before. You have to wait and put your cans out at a certain time period. But thank you very much. We appreciate all of it. He says, is this live? It's all the way live. It's live, it's live, it's live, it's live. Because now you recording from a cheap green like screen, and it's like, what happened to all that tech stuff you had?
Hey, it seems like they took all that shit back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. He got a horrible, like a spinach green background. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell happened to him? He used to have state-of-the-art cameras. He used to film in that room that had all the stuff he didn't fixed up. Like, what happened to that? I'm like, why are you in this cheap background?
I think to win the argument, he said that he was gonna keep all that stuff, but I knew that was cap.
I don't know what he doing, but Underdog gonna have to get a studio. They wasn't expecting this. So, but it works out better for them. Everybody get to stay at home and work. That's better. So the production, the quality, all of it's down. There's no show anymore. It's just them podcasting now. Or
they doing Zoom Arena.
Right, Zoom Arena. That's exactly what it is. So
he gonna be back over here
in a minute.
He'll be back over here in a minute. In 3, 2, 1. He'll be back over here. Kwame, you a dummy.
Well, here's the thing. They really trying to take the house from him. But I hope he don't lose his house. This is what I'm talking about. You see that spinach green, dirty, nasty looking background? Popeye spinach green. That looks horrible. That looks absolutely horrible. Hardly seen like green on green. Who wants to put green on green? That is a horrible background. It's like when you take the cheap route, dog, you really take the cheap route. He's a mean one, Mr. Gill. What is he doing? Look at this. This looks bad, bruh. Real bad. Like Apple Maps bad. How did you get to this level? How did you fall back to this? That's crazy. Hope they don't do that.
They trying to take his house.
Yeah.
Because he won't go to the meetings, but he's talking about they.
Right. So the HLA, they came by his house and he had to let them in. See, when you in the HOA, they have rights to come in your house.
Oh, that's what he's explaining in this video. I know that. So he said I had some neighbors come by, and he was like, "Oh, I let them come on in." He said, "We ain't doing nothing." He didn't say the HOA.
Yeah, they HOA.
Boy, this boy here slick.
They want to look for any violations. Walking through the house, look to see if there's anything that they claim they want to see if there's anything that needs to be fixed. But no, they looking in your house to see for violations. They want to get you up out of there.
What did Gills say when you told him that this was a bad idea?
No, he told me, you don't know what you talking about. Let me and Kwame get y'all on deal.
Do you have a video when we first talked to him about that shit? I'm gonna have to go to my page where I get inside and press.
I might. Yeah, I think I might have that when I told him that. I'll say, Gil, you're gonna need a studio because in the end, celebrities are not gonna want to come to your house to record.
Yeah, we gotta
I'm like,
find that
in
video.
order for your show to be successful, you are going to need guests. That's the only way your show is gonna work. You're gonna have to have guests. No one's gonna want to listen to you. You're not interested. So the thing is, you're gonna need guests. People can listen to you for about 5 minutes before they get irritated. So you're gonna need guests on your show. Oh, we're gonna get guests. I was like, yeah, if they live in the area. If they live 10 minutes from you, yeah, if they happen to be around that area, yeah, they could stop by. Stephen A could stop by when he wants to, if he's in the area. But you're not gonna have Steph Curry. That's why you had to go out to interview Steph. They had to go out and interview somebody else if they can get an interview with them. Because Steph ain't coming to your house. You're not gonna get people like that on your show and they come into your house. And I'm like, that's a bad idea. Something happened on your property. All you need is one female to say, I didn't feel safe. In this day,
He was laughing when you said that.
Yep. I'm like, you get one female to say, I don't feel safe. Guess what? It's all over. So because he had this, oh, we're gonna throw these like behind the scene pool parties. But I see he stopped that because something happened.
Oh, he did it already?
Oh, yeah. He had all the behind the scenes. He had people jumping from the roof into the pool.
That boy stupid as hell, boy. Don't even know if they break their leg, they at his house.
Dumb. He was finna make a show with Swaggy P and somebody. Like, we gonna have the Gills Arena behind the scenes. I'm like, you're a big dreamer, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that you don't see the dangers. You don't see what could go wrong. You know, he don't weigh the pros and cons. He see only the pros.
Man, that's for sure. All he see is the money he can make.
Right.
That's it.
Don't see the problems at all. You know, and it's like a child, you know, they don't see the danger. So you gotta see it for him.
Yeah, he do need his own island or his own space. He need to move out of California. He go down to Texas or somewhere in Georgia, Mississippi, and buy him a big old ranch. He can do all that stupid shit and put up, sign waivers and do all that to protect himself. He might be all right, but he ain't gonna be able to do that in California.
Yeah. But the thing is he should have been moved. I mean, if you getting it like that and you got all these houses, move. Get you a whole. He told me that he don't really live there nowhere. That's just his studio setup. You know, we knew it was cap, but dude, move. Get a new place outside of HOA where you're responsible for stuff and you got to take care of it. Now, I don't know what a HOA, why he got fined for the grass. I don't know if you damaged something on the grass or whatever. Oh, yeah, then you left the Halloween stuff up too long. He got fined for that, too.
They get fined for everything stupid.
Yeah. You got a certain time limit to take down seasonal. And he left the Halloween stuff up too long.
Oh, hell no, I'd have been moved. I couldn't stay in no neighborhood like that. I did that shit one time. Man, ain't nowhere to hell, boy. He already stay in Georgia. Why don't he just move into his house in Georgia?
Oh, man, he should go there. I mean, there's places he can go in California. That's outside of an HOA. You can do that. But
So why don't he just buy? He should have another studio in the morning. Just buy another house, make sure it have a little bit of land, make some parking, have everybody park. You can do what the hell you want to do there.
Gil's the type that wants somebody else to do it. So he want underdog to put up the money. He want somebody else got to do it for him. He ain't gonna do it for himself.
But if somebody else do it for him, that's gonna put their hand deeper in his pocket.
He don't care. He's somebody that wants the check handed to him.
Man, don't he know that would give him so much freedom to just go spend $2-3 million on a house right now, put the down payment down, pay that shit. You gonna get the money right back once you get the deal.
Yep. He don't see it that way.
Okay.
Gil has always been the check in hand kind of guy. He need the check in his hand and it's good business.
So you saying that he ain't never make no back end money, because the back end, where is that?
There's nothing on the back end because there's nothing there.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. If he put the money up for the studio, he gonna get his money on the back end.
yep.
He never made no back end money. If that's what he think, if that's how he think what you describing, then he's made a lot of money, but he's never made that back end money. Because he don't sound like he put his own money up.
No, it sounds like they put theirs up. Underdog. He claiming
So whoever has worked with Gil, they've always made the most money.
Exactly. The thing is that they getting what they wanted out of it, underdog, at first, but now they're making money off of the Skip Bayless because they forgot what their job was. Their job, they think they're in the podcasting show business, and they're not. I'm like, you're basically a pitch guy for underdog. That's your job. Your job is to go there and get people to sign up to underdog. That's your job. That's underdog. This is why you don't have a sponsor. And underdog's like, we're not making any money because we ain't getting the numbers we thought we were going to get. This is why Playbook failed. They've been around for 5 years. And they had Gil for 1 year, and then they had to close up shop.
I ain't mean to laugh. Hey, that's the same show he was trying to get us to join, huh?
Right. And said, watch what I do.
He greedy. He should have gave me the bag. He should have said, man, we need y'all too, man. We're going to give y'all the bag. Save the show. No, he want to keep the bag. Think we dumb.
Well, the thing was, he didn't understand what he was doing. And then allegedly, the only people that got paid over there was him and Josiah. Nobody else got paid. He tried to say, come work under me. Because he's getting more money the more people that sign up under him. But we could go over there and set up our own thing. Because Lowe was over there, and Lowe had, he'd been over there for a minute, and he was doing this thing. And I was like, we really don't need Gil for anything. What do we need him for? Why we got to sign up under him? See, he wanted that because he gets the credit. You sign up under him. And I'm like,
and that's exactly why I don't like him. He don't never put you up on nothing. He always want a man up under him.
Yeah, that's
weird.
Well, send me the information. I sent it to you. I'm like, you never sent me anything. I sent it to Kwame. I was like, well, like I said, again, send me the information so I can see what's going on. He didn't want to send me any information on anything. Didn't want to send me one thing. Then he's like, I did send it, but I think I deleted it.
He sent it to me, but like I said, my bullshit meter was already on 10, so I already knew.
Yeah,
he told me the same thing he told you. Come in there, you can work with me up under me. I'm like, what? Nigga, I don't need to work with you.
And I was just like, what are we doing? So he brought everybody up on the show on like an episode. But the only people that was getting paid was him, allegedly him and Josiah. They were the only two, and they kept all the money. And they told them, hey, y'all come up here and get y'all own thing, get your own rooms, then you gonna get money. And they ain't get a dime. Like other people got out. Like Kenya Martin was there like one episode as an appearance to see what it was like, and was like, nah, I'm out. And he wasn't doing it.
Man, this is crazy, man. Right, Gil, something else, boy.
Yeah, I mean, if I was underdog, I would have Kenyon Martin and Rashad McCants, had those guys have their own show. Let them go in another creative space, because the show is pretty much trashed anyway. Not just me just dumping on Gil, but the show is dumb, because all it is clickbait. And that's only going to go so far. I'm like, you can only do that for so long before everybody realized, dog, you just capped. When they asked Gil who's his favorite players in the NBA, he said LeBron, Bronny James, and Luka, and Steph. He's starting to like Steph. I said, what? So you can't really listen.
You said Bronny James?
Bronny James. So
that Clutch Sports check must be big.
Yeah, gotta ride with Clutch. Because, word around the campfires, Josiah is signed with Underdog. I mean, not Underdog, but with Clutch and Rich Paul. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Josiah got money coming in because that's what he does. He wants to be an executive producer of the show. So, Gil was trying to do a show with Joy Taylor, Ryan Davis, and himself, and want to do a late night nightcap like Shannon Sharpe. He wanted to copy what Shannon Sharpe doing.
Oh, that sounds just like him. I know, I just thought of something. We should do something like nightcap. I'm like, I used to hear that nigga. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He always got to copy something. So what happened in that show? He didn't want to put no money up?
Well, that's up to, they got to deal with Joy, her management, her team. She's using Gil, playing him like a fiddle so she can get what she wants. Everybody else, like, they ain't touching Joy Taylor. Like, nah, I can't deal with that right now. That's too much heat. So she found the sucker in Gil, and she can milk him for everything he wants. Like she called him a princess boy. Guys like that, she knows how to manipulate. Emmanuel Alcho, Gil, princess boys. That's what she calls them. Princess boys. She can get anything out of them. They all you gotta do is grease, rub their ego, they go right off the cliff.
Damn.
They'll go on to prove to her he big time. No, I'll get it done.
He said, where Melly at?
Yeah, I know. He's trying to get her pregnant, but he had got himself snipped, so he trying to go in there. I think he got some eggs in the refrigerator or something. He's trying to create another kid.
Man, that boy know he tell the way he grew WNBA shoulders, he got snipped.
So now it's a procedure where they can go in there and re-snip him. So,
oh no, they gonna reattach him.
Yeah, they gonna go in there. I guess it's like he saw the Cromartie situation, because Cromartie went and got snipped and still had another about 3-4 kids. So he was, how did this happen? I got snipped. He was like, well, over time, it would grow back. They would tell you it can connect back. So he's like, now they got the new thing. They go in there and they put like a cap on one end and cap on the other end. So they can't never attach back. So he's like, I got that deal. So he's like, now I got to go back in there and get it back together. He's like, I think I got some eggs put away. So
That's a damn shame. He was supposed to get that reversed before he married that girl.
Yeah, because he's looking at it as an investment. He's having kids as an investment. Talking about, well, her height and my height, kid might be 6'9", 6'10", and that's a good rate for, a kid right now. And you think about it, 18 years of investing. So about 18 years, 19, he gonna be going in there. The money is gonna be NBA coming through the door at that time. The next 18 years, he gonna be coming through the door getting about 50 million. So having
trying to breed his son like his daddy did him, allegedly. Damn.
Yep, he's already making the kids' decision.
Ain't that what Ron Harper was talking about?
Yep, when Ron Harper said on that podium at the All-Star weekend, he was like, I ain't LeBron. I ain't going to tell them what they got to do. His boys look like, ooh. I'm like, yep, y'all careers is in trouble. Club sports going to make it real hard for y'all. But yeah, his boys been playing well, both of them.
Oh, Gil got two boys?
I mean, no, Ron Harper.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Ron Harper's son's cold.
Gil got two boys. His youngest son, left-handed. He just short, but he's actually more skilled, in my opinion, than Elias. Elias got the height. He just
he's more skilled than him. That boy, they're cold.
Yeah, Elias got moves, but his youngest son, man, he could go. It's just that he's small. So he gonna probably be he might hit 6'2", 6'3", might, but yeah, he's quick. He got a lot more swagger to his game than Elias. I mean, than Elijah.
That was crazy.
Elijah
He must be real cold.
But I was like, he improved his ball handling a lot, but it's a lot of, one-on-one play instead of, getting rid of the ball. And I could tell this is part of Gil's training.
Well, shit. His daddy was one-on-one.
Yep. But he don't have his father's quickness. I mean, you don't have Gil's quick first step. So, and he's actually like better at ball handling than Gil was. As far as like a package, Gil had a move he could do to get him open. Because he could shoot and he had a quick first step. He wasn't super fast. He was just had a really quick first step. Because the longer Gil go up and down the court, he slows. That's why he didn't have a lot of fast break plays. He would pull up for jump shots. He just knew how to get a quick first step and get space.
That first step was killing.
Oh yeah, I was like, I had a quick first step, so I already knew that was it. When you got a good jump shot, good enough, that first step really gonna be a killer because they gotta respect the jump shot. So zip, I can go right by somebody quick.
Says Lotto kind of look goofy. Laugh out loud. That boy crazy. But no, man, I think we can learn a lot from this situation. We're not trying to pick on Gil or nothing like that.
No. I really hate that it happened to the show.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with all the guys potentially losing their employment.
Yeah. Think about all the crew members. They gonna get paid anyway, but now they sitting at home.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got nowhere to go. And how hard is it to rent a studio?
Right.
Now
that's why it's about ownership, and that's why it's about he should have took accountability. Like you said, it's not hard to go lease a studio space.
Right. You in California. Go lease a studio. You can go rent one out and just say, hey, we're gonna do this show here, we're gonna pod from here, or whatever. That's easy. Go on and do it. I don't see the problem. But my thing is, it's always about the quality of the show. Their problem is there's other shows that came out, like about 15 that came out that's better than them. Mellow Show, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, or whatever. That show came out, it's better than theirs. All these people who have shows, they have guests come on their show, and it's way better than Gills Arena. Gills Arena is just screaming and yelling over nothing. And cap, what they talking about on Twitter, it's garbage. And they've been, just promoting garbage and inflating numbers to make people believe that there's a lot of people love this show. #1 show. I'm like, nobody watches that show. Nobody with any sense will sit around and watch that show because there's nothing going on there. So the whole thing is their format is terrible. Skip Bayless. Nobody care about Skip Bayless. This is why he's been done for a long time. Then they bring in all these old washed up, used to be racist. Nobody want to talk to them. I'm like, y'all find the worst of the worst that nobody wanted to deal with in media and get him a deal. I'm like, since Talib's brother, Talib was already a hothead in the NFL. All he do is cuss. That's every 2 seconds he curses for no reason. He be, yep, he effing stupid. You know what? I think they need to effing pass the effing ball. He just come right out cursing. And you got Incognito, who feel like I can say the N-word if I feel like it. But,
they got him?
Yeah, Richie Incognito on there.
Oh, Lord.
That's all I say. Anybody who I'm like, who they gonna have next? John Rocker? You gonna bring John Rocker out there? You gonna have anybody with controversy? Yeah, it's a mess.
He said, I just got an underdog ad on this live. Laugh out loud. Oh, the irony.
Yeah. So, anybody could get representation from them. Like, they run some of that stuff, I guess, on my page. If we talk about that show or what's happening over there. But it's a cautionary tale. He couldn't hire, he don't control the hiring or the firing. All of this 50-50 crap was lies, like I told you. It's like an 85-15 deal, more than anything. He's an employee. He made himself an employee.
Yep, for the bag. And that's why he can't bring the guys in that basement. Otherwise, he could have got all the guys that he got, just the 4 guys, Brandon Jennings, and got a light little crew, that Junkie and 2 or 3 other people. They could have met those guys down the hill, brought those guys over there, and they could still run the show while it's the off season in his basement.
Mm-hmm. But like he said, it got crowded once Skip and them got there. They had it worked out where the cars wouldn't be there, so he didn't have to get hit with them fines. And they start shuttling people in. And then when Skip and them came there, they were like, hey, they ain't doing all that. So now Gills house.
They shouldn't have to do all that every morning. That's why you get a studio.
Yeah. Now Gills house then got crowded. And see, this is why Marcellus Wiley can do what he do in his house. And he could pod and he keep it small, but he own everything. See, he can control what he can on the levels he got it. He has all the revenue, all the control, everything gets broke down by him. So giving up 50% when you didn't have to, and I'm like, he didn't gave up way more than 50%. Because he could get fired and they can just continue with the show. They'll just change the name like they already did once he had the feds come by. When the feds came by to say hello, they changed the name quick. It was done like that week. He wasn't even in the description. They had removed his name completely.
Man. And so when does that go to trial?
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it to see when it's coming up. If it didn't come up already.
So can't he just go get a studio, rent a space tomorrow? If he does that, will Underdog put that new equipment in that space and start to show up?
They could. I mean, it's up to them. But at this point, they still in the same predicament. They still need a giant to come in and help with these costs. They thought they were going to get the Amazon deal. Then now they went back to Netflix. But, Gil thinking he going to get 25 million. I'm like, they already built the studio from the ground up, Amazon. And they got their own NBA show over there. Yo show is complete trash compared to the NBA show they got over there. But he thinking that Netflix has got an opportunity to bring him over. Well, Netflix just went and spent their money, brought in all these shows, iHeartMedia, radio. Nobody thought about Gills Arena. So, again, I don't know what is he going to do to figure it out, but it's like the Feds arena.
That's crazy.
They preparing themselves for life without Gil if it comes down to it. But it's almost going to be time for renegotiations. They know that's coming right up in about 2 months. They 2 months away. They right at the end of it. So I don't think Underdog is in a rush to try to go build a new studio for a show that might not be around. Everybody contract is up. Nobody got any extensions. So everybody contract is up at the end of this year. So we'll see what happens after that.
Damn. Well, is your contract up on YouTube?
No.
Oh.
What about you? Your contract up?
Nope. They've been hitting me with harassing and bullying strikes, though. Shit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let this for the record. Y'all can learn from this. Don't give up stuff you don't need to give up. This man gave up all total control, hiring and firing. He can't bring anybody in to be hired without the approval of Underdog. They control everything. If they say that person got to go, they got to go.
Damn.
Nothing he can do
out of his house.
Out of his own house.
If Gil say no, they can say that's my guest. Underdog can say hell no, they can't.
They got to go. They tell Gil when the show starts and when it ends, when he gotta be ready to do the show, everything. They tell him what to do.
So if he late, what'll happen?
I don't know. They'll probably ask him why, and he might get fired or whatever. Might get docked money.
Damn.
The whole nine.
Shit.
Now, I think his deal was at $3 million. Last I remember, he was getting paid $3 million. Josiah was getting paid 1.2, and he was paid $750. Then he got another $750, so that was like 1.2. And Gil was getting like $3 million, and now he's claiming, "Oh, I'm getting 10 now. This new deal I got, I'm getting 10, so I'm finna get 25 on the next deal." I said, if you get 25 million a year, make sure you let me know, because I'm telling you, you ain't getting 25 million. There's no way anybody's stupid enough to pay $25 million a year for a show.
I mean, he the #1 show. I can see it.
Yeah, not in the real world. where they gonna check those numbers out, and like, you ain't Joe Rogan, buddy. Your pod numbers ain't up there for real. You are not in the top podcasting anything.
Wait a minute. I thought he was the #1 sports show.
Man, that's falsified YouTube numbers. They paying for a spot. They're buying it. And other people were letting it know that this is what's happening. People are trying to buy themselves into the position. And it's an expensive way to go. And like, you got the people that's really doing it. And Bill Simmons and the other guys, they didn't call Gil out by name, but saying people are trying to buy themselves into the top spot.
But it sounds like something he'll do, though, buy his way in some shit.
Mm-hmm. Trying to falsify it to make it look like they're really a #1 show when they're not. And they said, well, it's working for him so far. Like, he's getting the attention and everything else. So it's the fake it till you make it situation. But yeah, he's pretty much doomed.
The dude said you could literally look it up.
He said, look up what?
That he got the #1 show.
Okay. Well, send us the link, Flash. Where did he got the #1 show at? And what?
He said #1 basketball show.
#1 basketball show.
Yeah, that's what he was telling everybody.
What is a basketball show? So that means they're going to put him. So that's all they talk about is basketball. They don't talk about the Super Bowl. They don't talk about anything else on there but basketball. They the #1 show at Tuesdays at 3:00. Come on, man. You got to be smarter than this.
They talk basketball and Kwame Brown. Are you gonna watch the fight tonight, Carissa Shields and Fran Khan?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that, especially after what went down last night at the weigh-in.
What went down?
Oh man, at the weigh-in, man, it turned into a brawl there in Detroit.
Damn.
Yeah, the girl boyfriend, he about 4'9". Like Carissa Shields said, I'd have beat his ass and your ass. To my Pat Poos would have whooped him. He only 4'9". He like, I would have whooped your ass and he would have whooped your ass. You need to sit down somewhere.
What he was so mad about?
He got mad because of the push that they knew she was gonna push her. And then for some reason, the big boy who was there, her friend, he was trying. I'm like, look, he trying to fight security. I'm like, he starting into a brawl, man. That little dude got his ass whooped. I was like, man, he went back there. I'm like, dude, you 4'9". What the hell are you trying to do?
What do you want to fight security for? The security ain't pushed nobody.
Man, the security had to handle their business. Because these fools keep coming. I'm like, dude, stay over there. The big boy don't want to hear nothing. No. We coming over. We coming through. I'm like, see? The big boy trying to start something. I was like, it was that big dude. He was the one with the glasses. Like, he couldn't even move 5 steps before he was out of breath.
Man, that's crazy. I'm looking at the chat talking about Boots and Garcia. Oh, you think Garcia can beat Boots?
Who are you talking about? You talking about Ortiz?
Garcia, can he beat Boots Ennis?
Which Garcia?
What is his name? The one that just fought, Danny Garcia? Not Danny Garcia. Ryan Garcia.
Oh, they ain't in the same weight class. Like, Boots would kill him.
Oh.
Boots would kill that man in about 2 rounds.
What round is Ryan in? What weight class he in?
Yeah, 147. He finna fight Shakur Stevenson, and I'm gonna put the whole house on Shakur Stevenson.
What weight class is Boots in?
Boots is at 154 pounds.
No.
But man, they won't put Ryan Garcia in there with nobody that could punch. He had a chance to fight 2 people that he should have fought and didn't.
Who?
The guy that beat him. He didn't rematch Rolly, who just put his ass on the canvas. He didn't rematch him. He didn't call him out after this fight. Then he went ahead and he could have fought Asher Devin Haney. He ain't asked for that fight again. He want to fight Shakur Stevenson because he figured, oh, he can't punch. He's just a boxer. But you can't touch him. But you think you could beat Shakur Stevenson? I'm all for it. Shakur Stevenson's gonna hurt this boy.
He gonna put him in that blender. He gonna hit him with so many clean punches. It's gonna hurt worse than he think.
Yep.
Shakur got that weird way of jabbing you before you get going.
Yeah, and then the thing is,
shit out you in between punches.
Ryan fights like an amateur, so his chin all in the air like Barrios. I think they paid him to take a dive anyway, so he was just there to take a dive.
Damn. So
I'm like, he didn't throw a right hand all night. The right hand was there. I'm like, what is he waiting on? I'm like, he's backing right up into the right hand. Chin in the air. You are not throwing it. And then if you do throw it, you only throw the right hand to the body. And this was early on. I'm like, oh wow, I'm like, he's bought. Barrios is bought and paid for.
Damn. He almost let him knock his ass out too.
Yeah. So I said, oh yeah, he sold this fight. Yeah, they paying him double just to take a dive.
Damn.
They promoted Ryan Garcia like he didn't just get knocked out in his last fight.
Shit, they just built him back up. This is the Make-A-Wish fight. I mean, this is the most pivotal fight in his life, of his whole career. I knew
they was. I'm like, before he threw 3 punches, he's looking so sharp. I'm like, oh, damn. It's a whole glaze, man.
Yeah.
But all right, I got to get out of here. I got it.
Yeah, I'm about to get out of this thing too, man. Appreciate you for coming up.
All right. Thank all y'all.
Salute,
yeah,
salute.
on my Patreon, I'm gonna talk about this some more. So we'll do that later.
Okay.
So appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me up.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, salute, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I got to do some other stuff on my other channel, but I got to take a little break and go do some man shit. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone. Salute.